cleaning the Tesla. That is what I'm gonna explain to you this episode. So, to the Plavo. Hi, welcome back. This episode, I will explain to you how I clean my Tesla. So, if you want the Tesla to look as good as the Plavo, then stay tuned and I will explain you how I did it. So, to the Plavo. Here you can see that the Plavo is very dirty for it, bugs and all different kind of things you hit on during the drive or when you're driving on the road. And some dust on the side mirrors, and you see that it also has a lot of dust on the back side. Therefore, I drove first to a car wash and I put the car, of course, in car wash mode because I don't want anything to open while I'm doing my cleaning. So go to service, car wash mode, and just put it on. Then I'm gonna rinse out the car with water all the way around, and then I'm gonna use soap to activate and then clean it up. But however, you see it's still dirty and a lot of bugs on the side of it, and I don't want to use the brushes at the dealership, so I put my car out of car wash mode and I'm driving back home, and there I'm gonna wash up the car. First I'm gonna use a normal sponge. I use a box cutter to cut in some squares. That makes cleaning a lot of easier. You can also buy them, but that's more expensive. This way all the dirt can go in and it's not sticking always to the surface. Always put the car again in car wash mode, so surface, and then the second one on the left is car wash mode, and then you activate it. I use a grid guard and the sponge I put in, put the soap in, mix it all together, and make sure that the soap is activated by swirling it around and get the sponge good and wet. If I did that, then we can go on to the gar and you do panel by panel. So let's first start at the front panel from the motor hood, and you just use a slight touch of hand and just make the surface wet, because when it's dry it doesn't go that well. Here you see it again, just easy does it. Just take it easy and just wipe the surface wet, and always go from left to right or right to left and not in a circular motion, because now you're sure that you take everything. You're gonna rinse out the car all the way through and you leave all the dirtiest places at the end. Yeah, you see that how dirty it is, and the grid card makes sure that the dirt stays on the bottom and your sponge is clean again. Then you take another sponge, first a gentle touch, left to the right, right to left, like with the regular sponge, because I did take a couple of weeks before I had time to clean a car, so my car is really dirty and the bugs will stick on it. And that's why it takes a little bit more time. And this at the first, however, if you do it once a month, then you will notice that it goes pretty easy. And this sponge has two sides, the soft side and a rough side. So I will address, if I have a specific spot, I will rub it and clean it off. And so I will do my whole car and just clean all the way through and work from left to right, and just first panels and work always down, because the water flows down and the dirt goes down with it. So always work from the highest point to the lowest point. As you see, I will do it. After that, I did the front, then I'm gonna have this special equipment, and it's a special tool because if you try to do the top, you have the chance you get yourself wet or you damage the car, and this one makes it easier. You just hook it, open your door, and then you hook it on the inside where the lock is, the, the portiere is locked, and then you have an extra step on, and then it's easy peasy to clean on top of the car. And you can see I don't touch the car with my trousers or anything, and I have a lot of space, and I can get everywhere. I do it on the front side, and then take it off, and then I go to the back passenger side, and then you can see that there it also works. Now I just do the car 360, cleaning it up, and then always you see here the most dirtiest part I will take as last, because then yeah, then I take a wet towel and clean it. Don't forget the inside of the door, because if you have a nice clean car and you open the door and it's all dirty, people will notice and it doesn't look good. So it just gives an extra work, but it doesn't take much time if you do it regularly. And don't forget, if you have another way, to mention that in the comments, because maybe your way is better than my way, and together we can learn. And after that, I clean the inside of the car. Then I use a microfiber cloth to dry off the car, all the excess water, because I didn't use demineralized water, just water from the faucet, and if you don't dry it up, it can leave marks or stripes, and I don't like that. And you did all the effort of cleaning your car, then this one will take less effort, but it gives you more joy if you see the car blinking in the sun. And it's just an extra work, but it doesn't take that much extra time if you're cleaning by hand. And I think cleaning by hand is always better than by a car wash. Then I have something special. I have discovered the nano spray, and they say it cleans up the dirt more easier. And just put it on a cloth, make that one wet, then spray it on the hood, and or whichever panel you would like to start, and like this, just from left to right, right to left, you wax it in. If you have all the surface, then you take a dry cloth and move over the surface again, because you don't want any stripes, and it works that way. Just easy, and you do all the car, all the panels you do with it. I'm going to show you one more panel how I do it. You see it on the right side. I'm going to do the right side, give them a couple of sprays, but not on the cloth, because the cloth is already wet. And then just slowly go across the panel and then go down. When I finished, I will always take the green cloth, that's a dry one, and then you put it afterwards so you don't have any stripes. That way your car looks very, very nice and fresh, and people are gonna be jealous of you and how do you clean it. If your car, just close car wash mode and you're good to go and you can drive again. Look how beautiful the Tesla is looking, the Plavo. It's just a joy to watch and see it. If you like this kind of videos, just give a thumbs up, give a comment, and maybe this video will also interest you. So hopefully see you next time, and I hope you learned something. I loved cleaning my car. Look how beautiful the Plavo is looking.